This is a re-upload of the original install video because even though I Googled copyright-free music and went to a copyright-free website and downloaded a copyright-free song, I still got hit with a copyright strike from YouTube. I think we have that fixed in this version though. Enjoy! What's up everybody, welcome back to Shoot Where I Live. My name is Joe. This is my 2019 Chrysler 300s and this is the Rockville RVB12.1A. I mispronounced it in the beginning. It's the RVB12.1A, not 1.A. I just shot my chain. I got the 2019 Chrysler 300s. These come with a couple of different audio packages. One's a standard package, and then there's an Alpine amplified 9-speaker system. And that basically has an 8-inch subwoofer that's right about here, mounted into the back deck. If you're familiar with subwoofers, you understand that usually they're in a box, a sealed box or a ported box like this one is. This is ported on the side. If they're not in a box, if they don't have anything to contain kind of the back pressure for the subwoofer, they just don't work how they're supposed to work. And so, as this sounds pretty good, it's fine. What I want to do is I just want to fill out my frequency range and get some of those lows. This is not about building a show car or anything that's going to win any competitions or anything like that. It's filling out the sound. And I wanted to do it as easy as possible. So what I did was I went on Amazon, read through a bunch of reviews, did a bunch of research. Rockville has some really inexpensive stuff. I'm not going to call it cheap because I don't really know how it's going to work out. But it's powered. All of your connections are here in the amplifier that's in the side. It's 500 watt max and it's supposedly rated at about 300 RMS. If you're looking for something like this, RMS is the number that you want to look at because, you know, like you'll see amplifiers that are like 2,000 watts, but really in the fine print it says 500 RMS. And that's the power that they're actually running at continuously, the good, clean power that's going to support your subwoofer or your mids or tweets or whatever it is that you're hooking up. So with this, these cars are really cool because everything is in the back. The battery's here in the back, the fuse box is in the back, and I can connect high level, which is just tapping right into the signal from the subwoofer that's already mounted up here in the back, and plug everything in. I don't have to run any wires through the car or up through the firewall in the front or anything like that. So it's all going to be plug and play. And because I wanted to do it as easy and quick as possible, I got some T connectors, and what those are is they just go around a wire, you crimp them down, and it kind of, the metal will touch the wire inside, and then it basically becomes a plug. You put the other end on your other speaker wire, and you plug it in, and then you can run it down to the speaker, and that's it. What I'm going to do first is we have to pull this cover down and off, tap into the wires at the subwoofer here in the deck, and then we can put that back up, and then we go down to the battery in the fuse box, wire that all up, and then plug it in, and that's it. We'll test it from there. Okay, you guys, check this out. This is hilarious. I think I got gypped. So right here, there's supposed to be an 8-inch subwoofer. That's where it goes. So I have the 6x9s in the back, and apparently I don't even have the subwoofer to tap into. So what we'll do is we'll just tap into this right side and this left side, and then that's where we'll get our signal from. But I can show you Alpine sound system. I was under the impression that if you had the Alpine sound system, you automatically have the subwoofer. Apparently, that's not the case. So let me get tapped into these two back speakers, and then we'll go to the next step. So we unplug the speakers. This goes directly into the speaker here, the stock speaker. We've got our clips in. Like I said, these just push over the wire and you clip them in, and there's a piece of metal inside these clips that it basically kind of strips the rubber around it and touches the wire itself, and that gives you the signal. This is our speaker wire. We've got these plugs on the end. They plug right into these, and then we plug this back into the speaker, and we'll run the wires across. Here's the other speaker. I already got the clips on these, and then we'll go behind this piece of carpet and then down into the bottom. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we got it all buttoned back up here. I ran the wires down, and now you can see that they come out here. I just have them kind of up out of the way right now. So those are the speaker wires. Now what we're going to do is hook up the power, ground, and remote. I've got a ground here, I've got the power right here, and then I'm just going to hook into one of these because the fuse box is right here. So I will just snap into one of these. I just have to find one that's a ignition wire, and we'll be good to go. So here we are, we're getting closer. What I've got now is, this is the high level plug for the signal, power wire, remote wire, ground wire, and they're all ran. These of course go up here for the signal, the audio signal, and then I ran my power and ground back through here, and they come down. The ground goes off over here, power runs down, here's the fuse holder for it, positive comes off here, negative here, and then I tapped into this pink wire up here for my remote switch. Now let me get the carpet back in here, and we'll throw the sub in and plug everything in, and hopefully it works. Now that we've got it buttoned back up, you can see everything's back in to where it's supposed to go. And I just have my main wires coming out, power, ground, remote, and then of course the high level inputs. I could have left myself a little extra slack in the lines, but I didn't want a whole bunch of extra wires laying around. I set the gain to about 50%, and the crossover I think it's probably right around 60, right in there. And so what I'm going to do now is throw the fuse in it and turn it on, make sure that we have a signal. And as long as I have a signal, I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just going to make sure that we actually have a signal and that it's working. And then I will drive elsewhere so that I don't completely and totally piss my neighbors off. Not that this is going to be that loud anyways, and we will take a listen. Totally forgot to tell you that it does come with a wiring kit. Comes with a 10 gauge wiring kit. It's got everything you need in it. Your remote wire. It does have RCAs if you are going to go low level input. Power wire, ground wire, connectors. It's got the whole thing in it. It's got, if you want to pause the video and look, it's got all that stuff in it, so we can do that later. Okay guys, so third time's the charm, right? Isn't that what they say? Pardon my frustration, but this is the third time I've recorded this with the subwoofer, testing without it and with it, because the first two times got hit with copyright strikes on the music that I was using. So this time I searched no copyright music on YouTube, and I'm specifically using a video, the audio from a video that's on there that is stated as copyright free on there. So hopefully we won't have any issues. This particular song has a really long intro, so I'm starting at the 1 minute mark. It's called Aggressive Hard Trap Beat EDM, No Copyright Sound, Free Use Music. So yeah, that's a long one. I have the fuse taken out of the subwoofer in the back. So this is just the stock stereo at volume 20 with the treble set at 8, the mid set at 7, and the bass set at 6. Here we go. Okay, so that's just the stock sound system. It doesn't really sound that bad. We just want to add a little bit of bass and fill out that frequency range. So let me go throw the fuse back in the sub, and we will reset the video to the 1 minute mark and keep going. Hopefully it sounds better. Here we go. So there you go with, you know, the inexpensive sub that comes with the wiring kit. That definitely filled out the full frequency. There was a lot more bass. I really hope that that translated through the microphones and that you can tell the difference. There's definitely a difference. So if you're looking for an easy way to add a subwoofer that's not blow your head off bass, you just want to fill out that range, you know, I definitely recommend it. At this point, with all of the different copyright claims that I've actually had this installed and been driving around with it for like 2.5, 3 weeks now, something like that. So I have it fully adjusted, and I guess that's not such a bad thing. This is the best that it sounds. I've got it all worked out and adjusted correctly to where it sounds the best. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. And I've said this before in previous versions. If for some reason the subwoofer catches on fire and burns my car down, or there's some major issue, I will update you guys and let you know. Other than that, if you don't hear anything else, that just means I'm still rocking the subwoofer and it's still working. Thank you guys for stopping by. My name is Joe Here I Live, and I'm out. Rain! And there you go. And it's for you guys. No, that's bad. My name is Joe, and the and there you go. Inexpensive. Say it. Inexpensive. So there you go. Why can't I say inexpensive? I just said it like 8 times, but I can't say it when I want to say it.